So today, we're playing the Pyromancer, and we've got a Burning Blade and Magic Torch combo. One scales up our weapons damage with heats, and the other with mana. Plus, we've thrown in some ruby bulbs for some extra damage too. All while our sun shields protect us. But hey, check it out and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with the Pyromancer and see what we can do today. So before we do anything else, the Pyromancer has got a bit of a buff. With Fire Pits giving more max life at the very beginning, which is going to be nuts early on. Sun Shield with a tiny bit more block, which is going to go awesome with this shielded skill. Burning Sword heat generation has been increased by 40% to 60%. That is that little sword. And then the Burning Blade gets plus 2 damage again. Then Solaris has more heat generation. Sun Armor has a little bit more block. Friendly Fire has its cooldown reduced just a little bit. And Frozen Flame gathers a little bit more block. Also, something else to know, Armor Steel got a huge nerf. Got him to 40 block needed to gain some power. Then Ice Dragon got a bit of a buff with more block, and the Lightsaber build is looking a little bit better too. Not a bad shop. We're going to be grabbing a second wooden sword. We're going to be grabbing the shiny shell for a bit of a heal. And yeah, with our Fire Pit now, we do get a little bit more max health. I'm going to grab this banana. I'm going to grab a stone, but I'm going to roll looking for a whetstone, which we managed to get, which is awesome. Now I'm going to sell this stone because I do want to prioritize grabbing some early flames. So we do start off with a lot more max life. But I'm going to roll on for now. This should be pretty decent. We should have a good bit of DPS between both our wooden swords. However, our opponent does have his shields blocking a lot of that damage. However, we do start off with 15 more max life, which is quite significant in this first round. So yeah, we should definitely be able to outpace this opponent. Just pause the video to remind you to like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. For sure. Now I definitely want to be crafting up Burn Sword. I'm going to be crafting up a torch as well. But I'm going to have to roll because I do want to find ourselves another whetstone. We managed to find one, which we're going to take pretty much instantly. But hey, let's keep going for now. As we craft up our Burning Sword. Now I place this whetstone in this position because it doesn't really matter if it's between both our weapons, because this also gives +1 damage to our wooden sword. However, can we take on this other Pyromancer who does have a lot more max life than us? But our shiny shell should have given us a tiny bit of advantage. While we also have more damage with our wooden sword rather than having a dagger. So all in all, not too bad. Now I'd love to grab this undead amulet, but I'm not going to be taking it. I'm going to have to keep rolling, looking for that whetstone, and that is genuinely smashed. Now I kind of want to grab a second banana, especially since we're going to be stacking up a lot of heats. So that is exactly what I'm going to do for now, but we'll see how we get on with this for now. With a torch, I'm not crafting a burn torch because I could potentially go for a magic torch here. But we should have a little bit of scaling damage with our torch along with our burning sword. Unfortunately though, our opponent is going to be stacking up a lot of spikes. And yeah, we do unfortunately end up falling short here. So we do have a choice to make. We could take heavy drinking here and go for a bunch of pots. Like mana pots, health pots, even stamina pots would be kind of nice here. But it is extremely slow. We could also take Power of the Moon, start to fatigue a little bit earlier, but get a lot of max life. And since we do have this Fire Pit, we do get a bigger max life increase. We can also just take Knife to Meet You, increase our damage after a couple of seconds. Well, a couple after 12 seconds. But I think we're going to take the Power of the Moon for now. And we could actually go for a fatigue type builds with a Corrupted Crystal on sale. So I'm going to grab that. But I'm going to opt to having our shiny shell for now, but yeah, I'm going to be rocking on. So now with a Burning Blade, every time we do hits, we do get a heat. And this has been buffed and now deals a, well, +2 damage. So it's going to be hitting for 10 to 12 damage. And then once we start stacking up heat, it's going to be a lot better for DPS. And if we stack up a bunch of heat, we're going to be activating our Corrupted Crystal a little bit faster. And not too bad. Let's grab a banana. Let's grab this burning coal. Let's roll. I'm going to grab this fanny pack, but I do want to roll once again. I'm going to have to reserve this ladder bag, but yeah, I'm going to be moving on super fast. So 2 bananas just means we get a tiny bit more heal, but I'm using it for that stamina. Which shouldn't be too bad. Now our opponent does have a bunch of weapons with the heavy drinking. They're actually going to have tons of heals with this health pop, but we can still keep pulling ahead. Now let's grab the storage. We're going to be crafting up a freaking mana pot here. I'm going to sell an extra flame to grab ourselves another burning coal. But yeah, I'm going to be moving on super fast. So I'm kind of wanting to go for a bunch of moon armors. Maybe even moon shields. And crafting up a magic torch. Burning blade type builds. But we'll see. Our opponent is rocking a blood turn with the gloves of haste. They're going to have tons and tons of vampirism. So can we actually keep up with him? We did manage to get a ton of max life from our Power of the Moon, and not too bad. Now we did get ourselves a Heroic Potion, which I don't really mind grabbing here. I do want to grab another fanny pack, unfortunately though. That's all we're managing to get. I do want to grab ourselves a chili pepper. So do we sell a flame here to grab this Heroic Potion? I think we do. We sell you to roll once. And I think we just continue on for now. So I'm going to be crafting up this magic torch. Now we did put a Heroic Potion up top above her mana potion, because once we drop below 50% HP, we should be able to get 1 empower and a tiny bit more stamina. That empower is going to increase our weapon damage, which is going to be nice. Now our opponent is going to be slowing us down by a crap ton with the snow stick. But can we keep ahead? We have so much max life compared to our opponents. And that Power of the Moon definitely coming in super clutch a lot of times. Now we do have a couple of options. Since we do have a corrupted crystal, we could go for Dark Lantern here. We could also go for Firebender, Friendly Fire here, which has been buffed just a small bit by increasing its cooldown. But we do need to increase a ton of defenses if we're going to go Friendly Fire. We can also go CRYOMANCER here, since we do have the corrupted crystal. We could place it into our armor, get a bunch of armor this way by inflicting a ton of debuffs. We could also go Burning Blade into dragons. It's also not too bad. I do kind of like Friendly Fire here, so I'm going to be grabbing this for now. We do want to grab this health pot. I do want to grab this armor as well. I would like to grab all these, but as of right now, I'm not going to be taking it. And we definitely want to grab a dragon as well. So I'm going to sell the armor. I'm going to sell this, sell you, sell a flame to grab this for now as well. But yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be set up now. We have no mana generation, which is going to be super problematic. We do need to find ourselves a mana orb. We need something kind of similar to this setup. But our opponent does have that Burning Blade. And yeah, they're not going to have scaling damage on any other weapon. However, that Burning Blade is going to be doing a ton of damage because they're turbo stacking their heat like no tomorrow. So unfortunately, we do want to fall short, which is a little less than ideal. Now we could grab ourselves another corrupted crystal here, but I'm not going to be able to afford that. Let's grab the storage. I would like to grab a Phoenix here, but again, I'm going to have to roll looking for that freaking mana orb, which we did manage to get, and we have to take it pretty much this round. I'm going to have to grab this leather bag. I do want to grab another chili pepper, but yeah, this is going to be much better. Now we're going to be competing for mana between our Friendly Fire and our Magic Torch as well. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to need a massive source of mana generation. But can we keep up with this Anvil? Berserker, they're going to have lots of damage. That fatigue starts super early, since we both have Power of the Moon. But can we win out? Not too bad. Not too bad, and we're going to get ourselves this Ruby Orb. Now we could grab Shielded here with the Power of the Moon. Since we do have Moon Armor, we can potentially go for the Moon Shields and the Moon Armor. Otherwise, we could take Mana Mastery here and just stack up a bunch of mana this way. But I think we're going to take Shielded. Let's grab you. Let's grab you. Let's roll. And it's looking like we're probably going to go... Well, actually, the Sun Shield did get a bit of a buff, so I'm kind of leaning towards the Sun Shield. I'm also going to reserve a stamina stack. I'm going to grab an extra flame. But yeah, I'm going to be rocking on. I would like to go for a Moon Shield rather than a Sun Shield, but since we've only one mana orb, going to prioritize that moon armor. Since its sun shield got a bit of a buff, it's going to be blocking a little bit more damage. And fortunately though, we do end up falling short, going to begin a spike stacking build. Let's grab a Shield of Valor. And yeah, I think we're just going to move on with this for now. Now I'm going to prioritize the actual Burning Blade damage on a Ruby Alp rather than a Magic Torch. For now. But we'll see. I would like to grab ourselves another Ruby Alp so we can place it on the other side of the Magic Torch. Or potentially with our Burning Blade as well. But with our Sun Shield in, we should be able to block a little bit more damage. However, our opponent hit the nuts with a Flame Excalibur type build. It's super unfortunate, but we do have our Sun Shield right now, which is going to block a lot more damage. Let's grab our Stamina Stack. Let's roll. And here we go. So unfortunately going to sell you. We could sell our little Corrupted Crystal, which, you know what, it's been good. I'm going to sell it. So we can grab this. We can grab you, we can craft up this moon armor. And hell yeah, let's keep moving. So with our Sun Shield, we should be able to block a lot more damage. Block some ranged weapons as well, which could be awesome. We should also be able to deal a little bit of chip damage once we craft up our moon armor. But can we keep up with this opponent who is going to be removing a lot of scaling damage with that Ripsaw Blade? They're going to be removing a lot of our buffs as well. We'll have to see though. So far, looking super close, and not too bad. Now the thing is, we did find ourselves another Ruby Egg, which I'm going to have to grab. Unstable Recombobulator I do want to grab, but I do kind of want to let it recombobulate into something for itself. But unfortunately, we do need to add in a banana for now, but yeah, I'm going to have to rock on once again. So we'll see how we get on. I'm going to begin a investment opportunity, friendly fire, double flame. Now, they only have one spikes generator with a pineapple. They're going to be running out of stamina. So I think actually this opponent would be much better with just one flame in general. But hey, actually, they did reach their friendly fire win con way faster than we did. And they almost beat us because of that. We did get a piggy bank, which I'm going to sell. I do want to grab this Prismatic Orb. So we do start off with some mana for our friendly fire and for our Magic Torch. I'm going to sell the stone so we can grab ourselves this protective little purse as well. I'm going to sell you to roll once. And we could grab a second Sun Shield here, which I'm thinking about actually doing because 60% chance to block 15 damage is kind of nuts, while also dealing about 40 damage from our Moon Shields, or from our Sun Shield at the very beginning. It's kind of nice. However, opponent did manage to heal it all back up almost immediately. They're going to be turbo stacking spikes and empower, which is going to be quite crazy. However, can we keep up? Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to be in big trouble here. Our opponent just managed to stack up way too much max life, unfortunately. However, I'm going to prioritize grabbing ourselves this leather bag. So I did want to grab this Shield of Valor. So first of all, let's grab ourselves this potion belts. So we can add in a second banana. Let's add in extra heat. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to kind of have to move on with this for now. Now, is going to be good enough with double dragons with our shield setup? We'll see. So we should be in a bit of a better spot with this for now. But can we keep up? Our opponent is going to be rocking double snow sticks. They're going to be inflicting a ton of colds. But can we keep up? They have tons and tons of bananas, increasing our heats. We're after reaching our big heat win con, and not too bad. Looking much better, to be quite honest. Now we do end up with a 60 DPS, which is not too bad. However, friendly fire did contribute to a lot of our DPS. As for heals, large amount of max health increase, not a whole lot of actual healing. And then as for block, about 140 block, which is honestly not great. But hey, let's grab a Shield of Valor. Let's grab our set of blueberries. Let's roll. And I would like to grab another dragon egg, but we don't have enough rounds to actually craft it up. And unfortunately, we're going to have to take this protective little purse. And I definitely need this bit of storage as well. But hey, if we're going to be crafting up this extra shields, it's going to have to be this web for now, unfortunately. We did take out a boat of bananas, which is going to be super problematic for us, but we'll see. We are going to begin a Deerwood Guardian, Magic Torch, double mana thirst. So they're going to have a ton of scaling damage, lots of damage reduction. They're going to be removing our healing, but we don't really necessarily need healing. We're just going to have a lot of block chance, just eating up our opponent's stamina like crazy. Because we can't hit, they can't sculpture damage. So all in all, not too bad. We should be able to stack up all this damage. We should be able to get to our big win con. Potentially. However, their battle rates just last for way too long for us, and we still end up falling short. Okay, let's grab this potion belts. Let's grab an extra flame, let's roll. And I do kind of want to grab this extra prismatic orb as well. Let's go ahead and grab this fanny back, increasing the speed of our magic torch along with our moon armor, so we can add in an extra banana too, but yeah, we might as well grab this bloody amulet as well. Now I'm going to place it down here so we get that tiny bit of extra vampirism, but I'm going to be taking a prismatic orb in the next round, so let's keep going for now. Is this going to be good enough? Can we beat down this Reaper, who's rocking double snow sticks? Mr. Struggles are going to be removing a lot of our buffs. They're going to be turbo inflicting a ton of debuffs on us. But can our sun shields prevent a lot of damage? Now, unfortunately, Mr. Struggles is going to be inflicting a ton of fatigue damage. So we're going to be taking a lot more fatigue damage than our opponents, which is not so great. But hey, we do have a ton of max life. And we're about to reach our friendly fire win con. And smashing. Just barely surviving here. Now we're going to grab this prismatic orb pretty much almost instantly. I'm going to sell 2 flames here to grab ourselves an extra set of blueberries. I'm going to sell a flame to roll once. Sell another flame to roll again. And I really want this mana orb so badly that I'm going to sell our banana. I'm going to sell you. I'm tempted to sell this too so we can grab this. Just so we can have this mana orb in here. And we can potentially get a big mana buff bomb with this setup, since we're going to be starting off with so much mana with the prismatic orbs. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and see, is this going to be good enough? Is a Burning Blade Magic Charge Double Dragons friendly fire with 2 sun shields with the shielded going to be good enough? We'll have to see. And we are going to begin a Crossblades type build. With a Fortuna's Grace, they're going to have a ton of invulnerability, which is not going to be so great. Yeah, they're going to try to out-survive us by getting that invulnerability, allowing them to scale up incredibly fast. But we should be able to block a lot of it, removing all their stamina with our shields, which is straight up nuts. However, yeah, it's not looking too bad. And awesome. So, we do end up with a 66 DPS with a Magic Torch Burning Blade Ruby Whelps. And our Sun Shields adding a tiny bit of chip damage as well. As for heals, we had a 15 healing per second from our Vampirism, which we didn't actually get a crap ton of Vampirism, but it's enough to give us a bit of a heal. As for our max ults, we didn't actually reach that fatigue, so we only got a tiny bit from our Fire Pits along with our Bloody Amulet. Then as for block, we managed to get 215 block gained from our Moon Armor and our Protective Little Purses. Now, I would have liked to grab a Vampiric Armor here as well. I'd also love to grab some Moon Shields, but it is what it is. Sun Shields preventing more damage than Moon Shields is also straight up nuts, because it did reduce our opponent's DPS by a significant amount, being able to block a ton of damage with double shields. But anyways, we did survive 1 life left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. +8. Not too bad. Rank is up to 72. But anyways, I'm going to leave here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in history. We're going to begin a Magic Torch Prismatic Sword with pretty much 100% crit chance, 94%. But as long as we keep blocking with our Sun Shields, we should be able to inflict some blind as well, decreasing our accuracy. However, they are scaling up pretty fast. They're dealing tons and tons of damage. It's looking super close, but awesome. Okay, we're back in history. We're going to begin a crit with staff and practice large greatsword. Can we actually win out? This practice large greatsword is going to be going super nuts with 100% crit chance, dealing a ton of damage. And unfortunately, it does beat us because it doesn't block that damage. Okay, so we're going to begin a Burning Banner Holy Spear Bloodthorn type build. This is looking quite scary because they're going to have a lot of shredding armor. They're going to have lots of attack speed, but again, we're going to be negating a lot of damage with our Sun Shields. However, they're after managing to deal quite a bit of damage, but we did get a Power of the Moon max life increase. And Not too bad. Okay, so we're going to begin a friendly fire flame up, except we're going to have crit chance. Which is going to be quite scary because that friendly fire is going to deal insane damage once they reach that 60 heat threshold. Which managed to deal that 200 damage, and they might actually win out because of that. But who am I kidding? It's not even going to be close. Our Power of the Moon activates and we get tons of max life. Okay, so we're going to begin a strange look on builds. With a Crit with Staff, Fancy Fencing Rapier, Holy Spear, bunch of pets, with a Dragon's Nest. What hey, can we beat him up? So far? Not too bad. They do resurrect with that Phoenix though, but smashing. And finally, can we beat a Hammer Dagger type build? Especially running double stun shields. And it's going to be super satisfying because, yeah, we're going to be eating up a lot of stamina, blocking pretty much everything, especially with some low damage weapons. However, they're still dealing quite a bit of damage, but yeah, not too much of a problem for us. Okay, and finally, we're going to begin a Bloodthorn with double Jin's Lamps with an Aegis Sleeve. We're going to get some vulnerability with these glowing crowns. And this Bloodthorn is going to have enough time to actually activate their lamps. Which is going to be quite scary because this Bloodthorn is going to be dealing a ton of damage. The only saving grace is they don't have crit chance on it, which would be a crazy amount of damage. However, we're after removing all their stamina thanks to our shields. So unfortunately our opponent doesn't get to play the game with that Bloodthorn, and not too bad.